Good morning. I literally just got out of bed. See that guy right there? He just kind of spooked me just sitting there. I gotta make sure Echo doesn't go too crazy. But this will be a good test. I got him on his leash. He definitely sees it. Good, Echo. You stay here. The deer is standing up right now. There, now it's gonna bounce away. Let's see what Echo does when I tell him he can come outside. Okay, Echo out. Echo out. Easy. Easy. Good, he's just watching it. We've seen some big elk recently, and I brought him as close as I could get to the elk on his leash. And I would get him to sit and just be calm. Oh, there's a couple back there. There's a smaller one back there. I can see it through the trees. Oh, there goes another one. So there's several back up in there. Oh yeah, there's at least 4. Echo, sit. Echo, sit. 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 Good. Good sit. 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 Good. That would have been a complicated morning if I hadn't seen that big deer just sitting right there, right across from our camp. It's a nice morning here. We're starting to get rain. You can see how low the clouds are in the mountains. That's the clouds right there. That's not the top of the mountain. So I had the awning out yesterday, and we are not getting much solar power in because of the overcast skies. The sun does peek through the clouds every once in a while, and so the batteries will be charging then, but it's not enough, mainly because I need to run the heater for part of the day, and then at night sometimes I run it. It's not cold enough to where when I'm sleeping I run the heater, so that's kind of nice, because that uses a fair amount of juice. That's the main thing, really. So I'll show you what I've been doing, which, I mean, you guys know if you've been watching our videos. But I wanted to show this. That's the bike. I got a cover for it. So we'll talk about the cover at some point. That cover is coming in so handy because basically I have to keep the bike out of the truck. Once I pull it out, it's really inconvenient to put it back in and take it in and out. So I need to leave it sitting out. And whether it's sunny or just dusty or super wet out, like right now it's going to be wet, I need a cover for it, and that is helping so much. It makes it so convenient. Come on, Echo. Come on. So I think now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let him off the leash. Echo, wait. Wait. Free. See, he's a good dog. He's not as obsessed as he used to be about deer and elk anymore. I kind of think what it is Echo, out of there. Good. See, I don't like him to be in the road. I just always try to keep the dogs out of the road. They're not allowed to go into the road, even though it's a dirt road and no one really comes up here. Just as a general rule. Now he is looking up there where they were. Okay, go back to camp. What really gets him going is if they take off. If they just jet, then he gets excited and he gets triggered to run, just like a mountain lion would. But I think what it is he knows if he chases something, it's going to be a lot of work on his part. And he comes back with busted up paws, you know, sometimes a little wound here and there from a stick or a rock or something. And he's just super tired and hot and thirsty. So I think he's sort of associating how difficult it is to chase deer. Now let me show you what I've been doing since we're not getting a lot of solar power, you know, for the last couple days, and we probably got a few more days of these overcast skies. It's amazing because the panels, even if it's overcast, like I've been generating still about 12 watts. So a little bit of power does kind of trickle through. But that's definitely not enough to power everything in here, especially when I'm doing the heater. So I've been pulling the generator out. Right now I just have it stored under here to keep it away from the rain in case it rains. Sorry guys, I'm kind of groggy. I mean, I literally just got up, so I wasn't even planning to make this video. But you know, this is the reality. I want to show you like what I'm thinking about as I get up in the morning. First it's Echo and the dogs, and then now I got to think about power. I have enough power right now to run the heater for a little bit in the morning, get the trailer warmed up inside, and then it'll probably stay warm. I won't need to run the heater until later in the night, most likely. The thing with the generator now that you guys saw that I fixed it, it's running great. The pull cord is working excellently. It actually feels a little better than the original one. I'm running out of gas, so I have about probably 1.5 gallons of gas left. This thing will run about 8 hours in the low power mode, which is plenty. Usually I'll run it about 2 to 4 hours at night. That's when I like to run it, because in the daytime I'm generating a little bit of power. But now what's happening is I'm getting low on gas, you know, because I'm going to be here in this spot for probably a few more nights anyway. You can see my garbage is getting full. That's my gas can right there. I've got 5 gallons of gas. That gas can works really good. I do like the gas can. And you would think, oh, 5 gallons is plenty. And it is, but if I run the generator, you know, every night, I guess it's not too bad. That's about, that would be 10 days at least. I mean, I would say 2 weeks. I can go 2 weeks generally. But once it gets super cold, where it's cold all day and I got to run the heater all day and it's overcast all day, then I'm running the generator all day. So we're not at that point yet, because it's probably like 48, 52 right now. So temperature wise in the trailer is really not bad. But when it starts to get into those freezing temperatures, especially when it starts snowing, then you're running the generator all day to keep that heater going. And what that means is I need about 1 gallon of gas a day, which, you know, it's only like $4 a gallon, so it doesn't cost too much. But that means I have to detach so I can go into town and pick up some gas. One thing I have thought about doing is getting a siphon system, so I can actually siphon from the truck, because the truck has a full tank right now. It's got 25 gallons of gas in the truck. So I could siphon from that and then directly into the generator or into the auxiliary tank. But I just haven't been that desperate yet. There's been a couple times where I wish that I had a siphon. I mean, I could rig one up with just some sort of hose. I probably have some hose somewhere in here. I could stick it in there and siphon the gas out. But they have these little siphons you can get with a bulb, so you don't have to suck and get gas in your mouth. You don't want to do that. I'm not sure where this video is gonna end up, you guys. I did take Mr. Echo out yesterday on the bike. So he was running along next to me. We went into the crazy, crazy deep woods. We got on the top of one of these mountains. We were like 3,200 feet up. And it was great to get out with this guy on the bike. The cool thing was I actually parked the bike in the middle of the woods because the road was getting really, really nasty. Turns out I could have taken the bike up it, but I decided to hike about half of the distance straight up the mountain. So it's fun to kind of mix hiking with biking, because the biking is actually really, really easy. I can go miles. I mean, I did 10 miles on the bike the other day, and I don't think I took a sip of water because it's so easy on that e-bike. Hit that thumbs up button, you guys. Let us know you're watching. The dogs and I like to know you're watching. It helps out the channel. And stick with us because this video has more to come. I don't know what that will be, but we'll find out together. Grandpa Gus. Well, I've been camped in the same spot that you saw me do the last update on this product. I've been camped here for almost 2 weeks now. And the last time, all I had was just this one singular pouch here. This is the same pouch, so I should probably get rid of this one. I can definitely still smell it. It smells good. It's just really intense when you get your nose real close to it. It's like a cinnamony, kind of a little bit peppermint smell. But I think these pouches, they only last like a month or something like that is what they say. So I should probably get rid of this one. But what I did 2 weeks ago is I put 2 more pouches in here. I put one over there in that corner and one up here in this corner. I'll show you exactly where. So just kind of testing this out to see if I can get better results, because what happened with that singular pouch, and it was only a few weeks old at that point, I had quite a few mouse droppings or rat droppings. They were kind of big in the engine here up on top of the stuff. Yeah, I'll put a link to that video so you can see my update from that point. So now that I've added these 2 in here for 2 weeks, I just kind of jammed them here under the hinges where the hood closes down. And what happened is water does get in here when it rains, and we had some pretty decent rains. So these packs, they did get wet. So right now the stuff inside is kind of damp. The packaging, it's really just paper. Like I could tear this open with my fingers right now, especially because it's wet. It's not plasticky or Tyvek or anything like that. It's really just a paper pouch. So I imagine if it keeps getting soaked, I mean, it was totally soaked. I checked under here a couple times. It was totally drenched, waterlogged. You could still smell it. And now they're kind of drying out after a couple days of no rain. But I imagine these could get torn open pretty easily, and then you'd have that powder stuff all over in there. And I'll put a link to the product on Amazon so you can check it out yourself and read the reviews. I read some of the reviews, and a couple people even said, oh yeah, the mice just get into the packages and then chew them up, and then you have the stuff all shredded everywhere. That hasn't happened to me yet. So now having a total of 3 packages in here, 1 old one and then 2 brand new ones, I have not seen any signs of mice, like mice droppings or little tracks or anything like that in here. So it seems like, especially because I'm parked, actually, yeah, I'm camped in exactly the same spot. The truck's in exactly the same spot. A few weeks later, maybe 3 or 4 weeks later from that first test. So the seasons may change or whatever, it's colder out. So I imagine if the mice are looking for a warmer, dry place to stay, they would want to come in here even more so than a month ago. I think this is a good test. Having 3 packages in here seems like it's kept the mice out. We'll see. So I'm going to keep testing this product. I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update. It's one of the big things that I deal with is mice.